Hello everyone, my name's Ozzymitsu and welcome back to my channel. It is St. Valentine's Day, which means love is in the air. Well, not really, it's just another day of the year. I can see why some love the day so much though, when they've got that special someone to share it with. But if you're like me, alone and single AF, why not grab some chocolate, put the kettle on, and relax. I have a special video for you today. Today, we're going to be discussing two special love bugs to fit the occasion. You guessed it, it's an analysis on Volbeat and Illumise as part of my Evolution Solution series. If you wanted to catch some of my previous episodes to get a real feel for the series, then click on the iCard on the top right hand corner of your screen. I'll also leave a link in the description below if you wanted to check out the playlist after you're done watching this video. But let's not waste any more time, let's get this analysis underway. By the moon and the stars in the skies. Ah, Bex. It's been a while, hasn't it?
Don't ever call me Bex, ever again. Do you have a date this Valentine's Day? Oh wait, of course you don't.
Wow. Would you mind telling us a little more on Volbeat, the male counterpart of Illumise, please?
Volbeat, the firefly Pokemon. Volbeat uses the designs on its tail for sketching and communicating with other Volbeat.
Volbeat is a pure bug type, which means it is weak to flying, rock and fire type moves. Although it has no immunities, it resists fighting, ground and grass type moves. Its stats are sufficient enough to hold its own in battle, with its highest stat being in special defense and speed. Don't let that fool you though, although those stats are respectable, you don't want to use Volbeat as your special defensive wall. Volbeat has three abilities: Illuminate, Swarm, and its hidden ability, Prankster. Illuminate has absolutely no use in battle, but it does increase your encounter rate, so I guess you could use it for a random encounter shiny hunting spree if you really wanted to. But other than that, I see no use for this ability. Its second ability is Swarm, which is like the bug type counterpart to the abilities Blaze, Overgrow and Torrent, in that it powers up bug type moves when Volbeat's in a bit of a pickle. Its hidden ability, and possibly its most useful ability, is Prankster, which gives priority to status moves. Be careful though, this ability has been nerfed in Generation 7. It no longer has any effect on dark type Pokemon, so you cannot safely use moves boosted by Prankster as comfortably as you could in Generations 5 and 6. In terms of the moveset, honestly, other than the generic Tail Glow and Baton Pass setups, which are illegal in Smogon OU, you can make use of its Prankster ability in a single setting. You can achieve this by opting for Light Screen for additional support for your team, coupled with Thunder Wave, Tailwind and U-Turn for some offensive pressure, and an effective way of switching out against Pokemon that could trap you in, like Mega Gengar, Gothitelle or Dugtrio. These types of Pokemon are usually the greatest counters to support Pokemon, so it's nice to have access to U-Turn. I'd go for the impish nature to raise your physical defense while reducing your useless special attack. The EV investment could be dedicated towards HP and physical defense, and the rest in your already respectable special defense. As for an item, I think Light Clay would work really well. However, physical attackers will shut you down completely due to you not getting access to Reflect. Alternatively, I have seen some people use Encore to lock your opponent into a move that will allow you to gain the upper hand. And hey, its tutor moves aren't half bad. For example, Defog for hazard removal, as well as moves like Ice and Thunder Punch for good coverage. Ordinarily, I'd provide you guys with two move suggestions, but honestly, this Pokemon sucks so bad. If you can suggest something better, be my guest. I'll even pin the best suggestion. Show me what you've got. Let's move on to Illumise. Becky, can you provide some intel on this little critter?
Manners, Ozzy. Where are your pleases and thank yous, huh? Illumise, the female bug type counterpart of Volbeat. Illumise uses sweet scent to lure in Volbeat, having them draw geometric patterns in the sky. It makes me sick.
Aw, isn't that so romantic?
No, like I told you, it really makes me sick.
Becky, come on, you promised you'd be nice.
No, I never. Anyway, can you just carry on? Stop trying to drag this video out 10 minutes for the extra ads. You barely get any views anyway. Enjoy your 5p of ad revenue, Ozzymitsu.
Okay. Anyway, although Illumise is viewed as a female-only counterpart to Volbeat, they do have a few notable differences. Its gender aside, its primary and secondary abilities differ. Whilst Volbeat possesses Illuminate and Swarm, Illumise possesses Oblivious and Tinted Lens. Oblivious, unlike Volbeat's primary ability, can be quite useful. Other than preventing attraction since Generation 6, it also prevents Taunt. Considering all of the status moves in Illumise's arsenal, this ability can be proven to be quite useful. Its secondary ability is Tinted Lens, which essentially double the damage of moves which aren't very effective. For example, pure fire types resist bug type moves. A pure fire type like, I don't know, say Heatmore, getting hit with a bug type move wouldn't ordinarily be very effective. However, if Illumise uses a move like Bug Buzz on Heatmore, if it possesses the Tinted Lens ability, the power of this move would be doubled. That's pretty neat if you ask me. However, its hidden ability is Prankster, just like Volbeat, so we shan't be going over that again. Another similarity between the two critters is that they share the same pure bug typing. Echoing my previous sentiments, it means they share the same weaknesses and resistances, and we don't really need to go through that again either. Illumise's stats are quite similar to Volbeat's in that they share the same HP, defense, special defense, and speed. The notable differences are in their offensive stats. Volbeat possesses a base 73 physical attack stat and a base 47 special attack stat, but Illumise's are inversed. This shows us that Volbeat is viewed as a superior physical attacker, whereas Illumise is more special orientated. This is further sustained from the moves they get access to, albeit being quite similar. I wanted to make a fun set for Illumise just to set it apart from the Volbeat one that I suggested. What about a Choice Specs, modest natured, tinted lens set? Give her Bug Buzz, Dazzling Gleam, Water Pulse, and Giga Drain. No reason as to why, but it'll just be fun making this little bug an offensive destructor. The EVs would be max special attack, max speed, and invest the rest of the EVs in whatever the hell you prefer. It doesn't really matter. Although, upon further inspection, I noticed Illumise gets access to the move Charm, but Volbeat doesn't. I feel Volbeat would have benefited from this with the set I suggested earlier to render physical attackers vulnerable, so perhaps Illumise could fill Volbeat's shoes better with a light screen support set that I suggested earlier. Reviewing the two from an analytic standpoint, they're both average bug types. I mean, they're really cute and well designed, but when putting them in the battlefield, I wouldn't really put them down as my first choice for a bug type. I feel Illumise has access to more useful abilities, although it can be argued Prankster would be the only viable ability to opt for, and because they both get access to it, neither really has the edge over the other. But if you know me, I like to review every dimension of Pokemon I compare with each other, and as a whole, Illumise definitely is more versatile when looking at her abilities compared to Volbeat's. In terms of the moves they get access to, although there are only a few notable differences between their movesets, I feel Illumise has a slight edge as it'll be able to fulfill its role as a support Pokemon with moves such as Aromatherapy and Charm, which Volbeat doesn't get. Reviewing their stats, I would say they're both equal in this regard. They suit the movesets they get access to, as well as the specific role they play on your team. But as a whole, on paper, it actually seems like Illumise has a slight edge over Volbeat. Taking their competitive usefulness out of the question, however, I can't really say which I prefer over the other. These two Pokemon, I don't necessarily hate them, but they're not exactly Pokemon I've given too much thought on. What about you guys? Do you like one or the other, or both? Let me know by dropping a comment down below. Also, let me know if you disagreed with anything I've said in this video. I'm only human and I may have made some mistakes, so I would love your input on this topic. I really hope you enjoyed today's St. Valentine special video. If you did, please leave this video a big thumbs up because that really does help me out, as well as subscribing to my channel so you never miss a video from me. But with all of that being said, I'll see you guys whenever I upload.